Coming up next on KPBS Evening Edition, the banks giveth and the banks taketh away. We'll tell you why some of the billion-dollar mortgage settlement will end up back in the bank's hands.
And he may be trailing in the race for campaign contributions, but San Diego Democrats say they'll provide Bob Filner with something money can't buy in the mayor's race. KPBS Evening Edition starts now.
Hello, thanks for joining us. I'm Joanne Ferrian.
And I'm Dwayne Brown. San Diego's controversial pension reform plan for new employees could be caught in legal limbo. A state board is requesting a preliminary injunction to keep it off the June ballot. It wants to resolve a complaint filed by a labor union. KPBS Metro reporter Katie Orr has been on top of this story. She joins us to explain what's going on. So, Katie, this, of course, is the Carl DeMaio backed measure. Tell us about this board and what it's decided.
Yeah, Dwayne, the Public Employment Relations Board is designed to resolve disputes between governments and labor unions. A few weeks ago, San Diego's white-collar union filed a complaint saying the city should have negotiated with unions before putting the pension reform measure on the June ballot. The union said that even though Mayor Jerry Sanders says he's acting as a private citizen in the campaign, he's still the city's lead negotiator, and some of his actions have implied city support for the measure, which would replace pensions with 401ks for most new city employees. The board agreed to ask for an injunction until it can review the issue and come to some kind of resolution.
And Katie, what are the two sides saying about this decision?
Well, the unions are happy about it. Michael Zucchet heads the city's white-collar union. He says it's a significant step, but he says this is likely just the first of many legal steps. The mayor issued a statement calling the decision for an injunction request disappointing and saying voters should have the opportunity to vote on the measure. The city attorney says the city did not have to negotiate with the unions because the measure qualified for the ballot through a signature gathering process. He says negotiations are only needed when this council puts an item on the ballot.
And what happens now?
Well, the board will file its injunction request in Superior Court later this week, and we'll take it from there.
KPBS Metro reporter Katie Orr.
Advocates for same-sex marriage are planning a Valentine's Day demonstration outside San Diego's County Administration Building to demand the right to marry. Last week, a federal appeals court ruled California's ban on same-sex marriage is unconstitutional, but supporters of the ban are being given time to appeal to a higher court.
The federal agency overseeing nuclear power plants wants every plant in the country to reevaluate its earthquake risk. That includes the San Onofre plant in San Diego's North County. It was shut down late last month after a small radiation leak was detected. The Nuclear Regulatory Commission is asking plant operators to recalculate the largest earthquake expected to affect their facilities. The move comes nearly a year after an earthquake and tsunami caused a disaster at the Fukushima plant in Japan.
The Highway Patrol and the Sheriff's Department are cracking down on drivers who don't use hands-free devices. Now through Saturday, if you get caught, you'll get a ticket. $159 for the first offense and $279 for repeat offenders. The State Office of Traffic Safety says drivers who use handheld devices are 4 times as likely to get into crashes serious enough to hurt themselves.
A one-stop shop for legal information and documents reopens to the public this week. The County Law Library has had a $4 million makeover in the past year. You can't miss the building downtown. It's located right next to the county jail. You don't have to go inside to see this once windowless building now has a view to the streets and eventually a public park when the county courthouse is raised in a few years. Walk inside and it smells like fresh paint and new furniture, some of it still wrapped. John Atkins is director of the Law Library. He says he's on a mission.
I want every single person to know in San Diego County that they have a law library and that they can come here and find solutions to their problems.
This library isn't just for lawyers or wannabes. It's for anyone interested in learning how the law works, from dealing with foreclosure and eviction to starting your own business or fighting for custody of a child.
And so what we do is take them to the resources that they need, and we bring them to the forums. We help them to the place where they can actually do it themselves.
This is one of the few places in San Diego where a person acting as their own lawyer can do research for free. So this is This is the magic book corner?
Well, that's what I call it, because this is a place where somebody can come in without any knowledge of the law, and we can show them one of these books. They're by Nolo Press. And credit repair, that's a big one these days. They walk you through the process of bankruptcy. They make it sound as if, hey, I could even do this, right? And you can.
The money to upgrade this 54-year-old building comes from court fees when someone files a lawsuit. This new server room with security cameras is a monumental change from the small closet it used to be in. And there's new meeting space, upgraded computers, and video projection screens. Another fundraiser is planned later in the month to recoup some of the costs. Now, it officially opens to the public on Wednesday. There are 3 other law libraries in the county, in Chula Vista, El Cajon, and Vista. Thousands of California Democrats gathered in San Diego over the weekend for their party convention. Joanne has some of the highlights at the Evening Edition Roundtable.
If you're a Democrat running for office here in San Diego, one of the prizes you might hope to win at a convention is your party's endorsement, especially in this changing political landscape. Political boundaries have changed. Even the election process is different, with candidates now running in an open primary. Joining me to discuss how all of this played out at the Democratic Convention this weekend is Jess Durfee, chair of the San Diego County Democratic Party. Thank you so much for being here.
Happy to be here.
So I want to start off by talking about the 52nd Congressional District, Brian Bilbray's district,
Yes.
New boundaries. What does this mean for the Democrats?
It's a golden opportunity, and it's one we've been looking for a while with Brian Bilbray. It's a district that is now 1/3 Democrat, 1/3 Republican, and basically 1/3 independent, which is a very, very good opportunity to send Tea Party Republican Brian Bilbray home and put a Democrat in Congress from this district.
But delegates this weekend did not endorse one of the Democrats running. I think it's Lori Saldana and Scott Peters. Why not?
Well, the delegates voting in that endorsement, I think, felt, and correctly so, that this is a district where the way the numbers are, the way the makeup of the candidates who are running it's a situation where one of the Democrats will be in the top 2.
But it wasn't a matter of losing by just sort of, was it a couple of votes?
Yeah, it was very close.
So not so much a conscious decision not to endorse someone, but just so split, the vote being so
Well,
split?
no, I think those who did not vote for an endorsement, which ultimately had enough votes to stop the endorsement, were thinking along those lines. It's very emotional thing. A lot of people are involved and so forth, and each candidate worked hard to get their base of support. But at the end of the day, the decision was to not endorse, and then in June we will absolutely have an endorsed candidate, and that'll be the candidate that comes out number 2 or number 3, or the number 3rd candidate then will, I hope, be another Democrat who can help that number 2 candidate.
You did have an endorsement, though, in the 51st Congressional District. Tell me about that.
That one actually happened in an earlier process. Juan Vargas had a very strong base of support among the delegates voting there, and was able to secure basically a supermajority of votes, and therefore was put on the consent very early. I was a little surprised by that, but kudos to State Senator Vargas for going out there and doing his work and securing those delegate votes.
Do these endorsements come with money behind the campaign?
Not necessarily money, but what they come with is the party's endorsement, and therefore their names go on all the party's literature that's printed for the primary election. So any slate mailers that we would be doing, that would be on there. And under the new laws, it will actually be reflected in the voter guide that comes out from the Registrar of Voters who the parties have endorsed.
Now, we also know on this show we've been covering Governor Jerry Brown's tax initiative for several weeks now, wanting to increase sales tax for 5 years and income tax on people earning more than $250,000. We know there are competing initiatives, one of them the millionaire's tax for people earning more than $1 million. Is this going to be an issue going forward that you've got a couple or at least 2, I believe 3 different initiatives in terms of how to raise taxes?
Well, I think, I think it will be possibly giving voters some choices. I know they're all in the signature gathering process, so when we get to the point where one or two qualify for the ballot, the party itself will be looking at which one we'll support. Obviously, we're going to be pretty lenient in terms of supporting the governor's initiative, but we'll see what the others are, and we may end up supporting more than one. And I don't think it is unrealistic to have the voters support more than one.
I want to switch gears slightly because I realize mayoral races are nonpartisan, but we do know that we have a very well-known Democrat, Bob Filner, running for mayor, one of 4 major candidates who's behind in terms of fundraising, who some people have accused he hasn't been sort of part of a very active campaign. Is this something that concerns the party locally?
No. I'm working very closely with the Filner campaign, talking to them on a regular basis. I know that they've got a very good strategy, a very good timeline of rolling out their campaign. I'm confident that voter contact is going to start actually by the end of this month. Which I think will be actually ahead of the other candidates. So we're going to be on the ground walking and knocking and talking to voters and securing that support. A lot of emphasis has been made on actually having dollars, money in the bank. The bottom line is this is retail politics, and San Diegans want to hear from their candidates and their supporters. So we're going to be out there talking to them. You can't buy that volunteer base that we will provide Bob Filner with money. We will provide that as a party that's united behind one candidate, while the Republicans have 3 candidates and are quite divided.
Okay, Jess Durfee, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Avocados are the #1 food crop in San Diego County. Farmers here grow 40% of the state's avocados, but San Diego could lose its #1 ranking. A look at why coming up in just a moment. And that giant statue of a kissing couple might not ship out at the end of the month after all. This is KPBS Evening Edition.
Tonight on KPBS. At 8, Antiques Roadshow is in Pittsburgh, PA, to visit the Andy Warhol Museum and check out some early works of the Pittsburgh native from his pre-factory days. Then at 9, slavery in the U.S. did not end after Lincoln. It evolved into new forms of involuntary servitude. Hear the shocking story on slavery by another name. And at 10:30, from bullying in our schools to hate on the streets, Not in Our Town is about the fight to stop intolerance. That's tonight on KPBS.
I'm Ray Suarez. On the next news hour, the rollout of President Obama's budget for next year. That's Monday on the PBS NewsHour.
In the last year, KPBS News has been honored with nearly 3 dozen awards. I'm extremely proud of these honors, and I thank you for your support as we continue to serve our local communities with award-winning news coverage in the years to come.
KPBS Evening Edition is made possible by Joan and Irwin Jacobs and by
San Diego County farmers produce more avocados than any place else in the country, but our #1 ranking could change later this year. KPBS business reporter Eric Anderson says the avocado industry is facing pressure from foreign competitors.
Avocados are more popular today than they've ever been. Pick a market, go to the produce aisle, and you'll see the green fruit.
The taste, the creaminess, at times it has a hickory woody taste to it. It's very unique.
Dan Nichiguchi is a produce buyer for Whole Foods markets in San Diego. He buys from local farmers as part of the store's effort to sell locally grown foods.
Avocados is very good in the nutrition diet altogether. It's a good fat for us to all have. On top of it, there's so many ways you could prepare avocado. You could grill it. You can make guacamole is the biggest thing. The big holidays are Super Bowl and Cinco de Mayo.
And Americans ate roughly 71 million pounds of avocados on Super Bowl Sunday. But chances are those avocados did not come from San Diego. That's because imports are vying for San Diego's business. Competition from Mexican and Chilean growers squeezed the local market. They used to be able to sell for 8 months a year, and now it's 4, April through July. Most people only see this avocado inside of a bin in a grocery store, but it starts its life here in an avocado grove.
All the fruit's up above.
Burnett Wolford's family has grown avocados in northern San Diego County for decades.
This is what they call it's a picking pole. It's a long pole with a bag on the end, and right above the bag they have a clipper. So when you pull on the rope along the side of the pole, it clips the fruit, and the fruit drops into the bag.
Wolford and other growers typically hire contractors to harvest, and that's getting tougher to do.
It is mostly migrant people from Mexico that come up and do a lot of our labor. Nobody else wants to climb a 40-foot tree up on with a ladder and a 80-pound picking bag with a pole and be up on the top of a tree picking avocados. There's nobody else that we can find to do the labor.
Wolford says the contractors are choosy. If a grove isn't large and full of fruit, they may decide to pick elsewhere. The best way to ensure a bountiful grove is to feed it plenty of water. But San Diego County Farm Bureau President Eric Larson says that is increasingly a challenge.
The price of water. It just can't be ignored. It's what's making some growers exit the business. And so as the price of water has gone up, it's really, really squeezing the margin. So all of a sudden, some of these growers are realizing, I'm working for nothing.
Avocado groves used to be all over San Diego County. Larson says acreage peaked at about 40,000 acres in the 1990s. A drought brought mandatory water cutbacks a few years ago, forcing many farmers to get rid of 30% of their trees. Larson says local groves continue to shrink as farmers deal with water, labor, and market issues.
I think what we'll find is we'll probably stabilize around 15,000 acres, just a guess on my part, of avocado production, probably about half the footprint we had at the peak. But those, I think, will be very, very stable.
Larson says Ventura County could supplant San Diego as the market leader. That would end this region's decades-long run as the nation and state's top avocado producer.
That's KPBS business reporter Eric Anderson. Ironically, 2011 was the best year ever for San Diego avocado growers. High market prices pushed the value up, even as the acreage declined. If you're wondering how a multi-billion-dollar foreclosure settlement will affect San Diego homeowners, Joanna's talking with two mortgage experts about that at the Evening Edition Roundtable.
Last week, government officials and 5 major banks reached a settlement over the bank's deceptive foreclosure practices. It's a $25 billion settlement with about $1.5 billion coming to San Diego County. Joining me to talk about what that means to homeowners here are Vino Paonor, President and Executive Director of Housing Opportunities Collaborative, and Matt Battiata, CEO of the Battiata Real Estate Group. In the interest of full disclosure, the Battiata Group has been an underwriter of KPBS. Thank you both for being here. I want to begin with you, Matt. First of all, how will this money be divided with regard to reduction of principal and also as compensation for those who were foreclosed on?
Right. Well, there's up to $20,000 for principal write-downs for about 1 million homeowners. Now, that's on a national level. So there's about, if you're upside down in your home, you could qualify to get a $20,000 principal write-down. The other thing is if you've already gone through foreclosure, the bank will compensate you. I think it's up to $2,000 if you were illegally foreclosed on. And then the rest of this money is really going to be used for debt write-offs in short sales. That's where we expect really most of that $25 billion to go, write-offs from the banks when they do short sales.
Now, let's go back to the $20,000 principal reduction. We know what house prices are like here in San Diego. That doesn't seem like a whole lot.
No, the average homeowner on a national basis, just keep in mind who's upside down, is upside down by about $60,000. Here in San Diego, that number is much, much higher. It's probably at least $100,000. So a $20,000 principal reduction, while it's nice, is not going to make anybody stay in a home that they wouldn't have stayed in. So it's kind of a drop in the bucket.
Vino, do we know who's going to be eligible for these programs?
As far as those homeowners who have been illegally foreclosed on, we kind of have the numbers. It's between January 1st, 2008 to December 31st, 2011. But those who benefit out of a refinance or a short sale, as that Matt had mentioned, we don't have the nitty-gritty eligibility requirements. The banks have been tasked to come up with that but it's going to be a while before these banks start coming up with these processes and also implementing them. So as far as we know, some of the requirements are public knowledge. Right now, it's you have to have an interest rate that is over 5.25, over and above 5.25 to be eligible for refinance under the program. You should have, if in order to get some benefits out of some of these write-downs, you should have had certain issues in the past, or you should have been having a delinquency payment in the past. So there's a lot of requirements that are there, but we do not know the exact details about it. It's still being worked out as we speak.
Matt, you mentioned in terms of that short sale. So in other words, you're underwater and the bank lets you sell your house for less than
whatever
what you
market
owe.
value is correct.
So who benefits from this settlement in terms of absorbing that loss? Is it the bank or the homeowner?
The banks are going to absorb that loss, and they're going to use, that's the whole idea, is this settlement is the part of a lot of this $25 billion is going to go towards write-offs. Now, these are write-offs that the banks would probably be doing anyway.
So it goes back to the bank?
Correct.
The write-offs?
Yeah, the banks are writing off the money. Now, in a lot of cases, the bank is just the servicer. There's investors that own this money. So in most cases, when you have your lender you send a payment into, that is the servicer. It's not their money. They're not the investor. There's an investor behind them from the stock market, for example, that actually owns that loan that you really owe the money to. In a short sale, the bank is the investor is writing off the deficiency, and so that's a short sale.
Bino, have you been getting a lot of calls already at your office?
Yes, we have been, and we've been getting calls regarding, well, am I eligible? Where can I find details about whether I'm eligible or not? I think I have been foreclosed on illegally. Where do I file a complaint? So we have been advising these homeowners or those callers to take the time off on a Saturday to come to our home clinics, where we have HUD-approved housing counseling agencies, housing counselors, who can do an assessment for free because they are not supposed to be charging a homeowner. It's all free. We have pro bono attorneys from the San Diego County Bar and other minority bars here and the State Bar who are licensed in the State Bar, who can see whether you have an option to file a complaint with the AG's office. The AG wants to take these complaints from these homeowners so that they can make an assessment whether these particular homeowners who have been foreclosed on between those eligible periods have a claim against these banks.
Before we go, Matt, quickly, in your view, is this going to help stabilize the housing market here in San Diego?
No, absolutely. I don't think it's going to have any impact on the market in San Diego because here in San Diego County, we've got between 35 and 50% of the homes are upside down. And you've got a huge number of people that are in homes that are upside down and they can't afford. They've all got to get out of these homes. There's a huge number of people here in San Diego that owe at the peak levels from, say, 2004 or 2005. And until the market bottoms out and then comes all the way back up to those peak prices, which is going to take quite a while, until these people get out of all these homes that they can't afford, the market really can't stabilize. You know, this $25 billion settlement, again, while it sounds like a lot of money, is not going to have a real huge impact because it's going to continue to, the banks are going to continue to do lots of short sales. They're going to, that's their alternative to foreclosure. I don't expect to see them doing anything significant in the way of modifications because they don't have any interest in doing that.
Matt Battietta, Vino Pajanor, thank you so much both for being here.
Thank you.
It may be a long kiss goodbye for a statue of a kissing couple on San Diego's waterfront. The work, titled Unconditional Surrender, is supposed to be removed at the end of this month, but the Port Commission could give it an extension until May. The Commission is scheduled to hear a presentation on the sculpture tomorrow. Your thoughts about a proposal for another San Diego landmark are coming up in just a moment. This is KPBS Evening Edition.
Was murdered overnight on Chicago's South Side.
The violence interrupters had one goal in mind: to save a life. Most of the violence interrupters come from the hierarchy in some of these gangs.
My best friend got killed. I could get shot tomorrow.
How can you help me right now?
This is unacceptable for me to be holding this young man's obituary. Stop.
We're trying to stop the violence. That's it, and that's all.
Watch a special 2-hour Frontline, Tuesday at 9 on KPBS.
In his teen years, lots of people were saying they expected Bill Clinton to be president someday.
They hated his guts, and they would go to the end of the earth to destroy him.
What a squandering of talent and possibility. tonight has made Bill Clinton the comeback kid.
A definitive look at the man and the president. Clinton on American Experience. Monday, February 20th at 9, only on PBS.
Welcome back to the Public Square on KPBS Evening Edition. We continue to get feedback on the plan to remove traffic from Balboa Park. Part of the Plaza de Panama project calls for building a bridge or overpass around the park to redirect traffic to a large underground parking lot. Bob Dorn writes, the Jacob Sanders plan is still a plan designed for automobiles, not people, no matter how many adjectives and graphic renderings are offered us in the name of a pedestrian-friendly, rejuvenated center. And Ruth Strick is concerned about whether the new plan will allow drop-offs at places like the Old Globe Theater. She writes, if the elderly and infirm cannot enjoy these facilities, the theaters and museums will also lose much in contributions and memberships. Also, even a $5 parking fee, and that is what's being proposed at this new underground parking lot, may discourage people with limited income from enjoying this public park. And I greatly doubt that parking fees would remain at that level. Well, you can weigh in on this conversation by following us on Twitter, liking us on Facebook, and of course, you can always email me directly, jfarian@kpbs.org. I may use some of your comments on air. And now let's go back to the news desk where Dwayne has a recap of tonight's top stories.
A state agency will ask a judge to weigh in on San Diego's pension reform initiative. The California Public Employment Relations Board is asking for an injunction against the measure after a complaint was filed by the city employees union. It claims the city should have negotiated with its unions. Mayor Jerry Sanders says the citizens should get a chance to vote on the matter. Federal regulators want a reassessment of earthquake risk for the San Onofre nuclear plant in the North County. The Nuclear Regulatory Commission is ordering new seismic evaluations for all of the nation's nuclear plants. It comes nearly a year after an earthquake and tsunami caused a disaster at a plant in Japan. And there's a crackdown this week on drivers who text or talk on cell phones while behind the wheel. The Sheriff's Department and Highway Patrol are on the lookout for drivers who don't use hands-free devices. Fines begin at $159. You can watch and comment on any of the stories you saw tonight on our website, kpbs.org/evening edition. Thank you for joining us. You have a great night. We leave you with a look at the forecast.